welcome to the Peak Collective podcast. My name is Luca.
Myself, Shane.
And today we are talking no BS, just fitness.
We're back.
We're back. Back in the studio. Got Wolverine. We just recently watched the movie.
Just watched Deadpool vs Wolverine. What a film.
Yeah. Definitely probably the best Marvel movie I've seen since Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't watched it yet, we won't do any spoilers or anything like that.
But go watch it. It's definitely worth watching it. Even if you're not a massive fan of it, it's just a feel-good film.
No. Did Wolverine justice, Deadpool justice, and yeah. Just thought I'd bring one of my little figurines in just to
manifest the look of what you want to look like.
Yes. Today, Shane, I wanted to go through something I'm sure you get a lot with clients, where you ask them, "Oh, what did you eat today?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I had a slice of toast. I had a croissant for lunch."
Oh, the time.
And then blah blah blah. Basically, foods that aren't meals.
Yeah, they're replacing a complete meal with, let's say, like an accessory, right? Like you said, a slice of toast. Thinking that will subside them for a little bit and they can just get through the day, turn up for a session. They're like, why am I so lethargic? Why am I tired? I'm not strong today. I don't feel good. And well, the answer's there, right? You've replaced a meal with like a slice of toast or like something so small. And the importance of why you do need to eat. You know, a lot of us are advocates of eat less, move more, of course, but on the performance flip side, if you're training a lot in the week, you've got to be eating for that as well. You've got to recover, you need your energy for your performance, you've got to be progressing. If you're plateauing and your sessions are getting worse, you're actually going to get in a worse state as well. So I think it is an important aspect for us to highlight in this.
Yeah, I don't know where it even started. I mean, when I was a kid, it was definitely a thing as well. Like, I'd just have a slice of toast for breakfast or whatever.
Especially if you're in like a rush. I get that.
Yeah. I just don't know where it started. Like, there's certain foods that you won't have. Like, I wouldn't have a chocolate bar for breakfast, as an example.
I know someone that did the other day. I was like, what?
But I don't know where it came from, where we're like, oh yeah, slice of toast with a little bit of butter on it is breakfast.
Yeah, that then turned into a meal.
Or one waffle with a little bit of maple syrup or something. Yeah. And without even thinking about the macronutrients, which we'll get to in a second of all these things, the way I like to think of it is what a slice of toast is, what, probably 100 calories?
I go roughly, I would just say 100 calories, yeah.
If that.
Yeah.
And if you look at any dish that has toast, it's never just toast, is it? It's going to have something else.
Yeah, you got some butter or some jam or something that is just thrown on top of it as well.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but what I kind of wanted to cover today is just certain foods that I just wouldn't suggest as on its own singular thing as a meal.
Yeah.
And then things that we would either put with it if you're, again, in a rush. Yeah. Most of these things, let's be honest, like you said,
it is for convenience, isn't it? Yes.
You know, you're working in London, you've got to wake up at 6 a.m, leave at 6:30 a.m, so you just quickly grab and go, right?
Wake up earlier, bro.
So after that's what I always say, no one wants to do that.
Or just get it prepped.
So what I wanted to kind of cover was those types of foods, and then what we would actually replace those with. So, starting with that, toast.
Don't really have toast on its own anyway. What are you, 4? Like...
Yeah, there was someone, is it Andrew Huberman that always says, don't eat like a kid?
Yeah. He does actually. He's like, you're not a kid anymore, why are you still eating cereal?
Yeah. And I don't know, I think back to, I don't know what it's like with current generations, but with my parents' generation, my parents never had a slice of toast for breakfast.
Ridiculous.
Or would have whatever foods we'll get to in a sec for a meal. That would be like a side part of it or a snack. And a lot of these foods, what I like to think of them is a snack. Is I've eaten my meals, I'm still a bit peckish, probably have 100 calories or so left.
To get you over to the next meal, which is what, probably in 3 hours time.
Yeah, cool, I have a slice of toast.
Yeah.
Or the next one, cereal. It was the big pet peeve of mine.
I honestly, I have it in places, but it's a good variation of it, and you do as well. Like sometimes we'll have like a granola, not necessarily cereal, post-workout, something like that. Genuinely, my pet hate is cereal.
Yeah, same.
Get out of it. Why are you a fully grown woman or man and you're having Cocoa Pops every single morning and you're going to cry if we take it away from you? Like, have it sometimes if you want a treat, but I'd much rather have like an almond croissant later in the day or a chocolate bar or something at the cinema watching Deadpool and Wolverine than one thing in a day is a bowl of cereal in the morning.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think too many people, again, let's get to the macros bit. Bowl of cereal, again, it's not even that many calories, depending on the portion, obviously. But if you have the actual portion that says 150 to 200 calories max, but it's basically just sugar and carbs.
That's literally what it is.
And even the healthier ones are still just sugar and carbs.
They've still got sugar in them. Yeah, that's literally what they are, because they're made to wake you up.
So you may as well just have a chocolate bar.
Shoot your insulin, yeah.
I like to have cereal, maybe similar to you, like a post-workout or a pre-workout kind of thing.
It's quick and easy. I'd always try personal. I love granola anyway, I always have.
I love granola.
When I was like a teenager, I got really skinny, was training and stuff like that. That was kind of my go-to. I don't know why, it was just healthy. But it's got more sugar in it than the Cocoa Box has. But then there's also dried fruit in it and stuff like that. So there is a different ratio to that. But I do prefer it in terms of it's a bit more whole food.
Yeah, it's actual food. I mean, if you look at least a good granola, it's oats, nuts, seeds, things that you should pretty much be having.
It's whole foods, right? And then, like you said, pre or post workout, mix it in with some Greek yogurt, any type of milk that you're having. Throw it in a shake if you need to. I threw it in a shake with some eggs the other day. Works just as well. That's not carbs.
Too nice, man. Jesus Christ.
But sometimes you got to do it. Just if it's not nice, right? You can't just eat for taste.
Italian in me just dies with someone's food. But I will say, if you're gonna have something, granola or muesli over cereal any day. The only issue I would say with granola or muesli, which I first had, was I thought, I'll replace my cereal with granola or muesli without realising how many more calories is in granola and muesli.
Going with
a portion of that is literally like a small handful.
So going with that as well, genuinely, if anyone's listening to this and you have cereal, have you ever measured it? Because you probably look at the box and it's all little green, amber, maybe a red on the sugar, you know, the little macro things at the bottom of the calories. Yeah, cool, that's healthy for you for a 45 gram serving. If you go measure it, if you're eating cereal, you listen to this, go measure a 45 gram serving, I guarantee you'll look at it and you'll go, I have at least 3 times that. And then times that macro count on the box by 3, then you'll be shocked and wonder where your weight's gone.
Literally what happened to me in my 20s.
Yeah, because they put a portion as 45 grams, it's stupid. I weighed it once, I think it was like 152. Like, I was no way near it.
Yeah, it's nuts. And then if you're having like full fat milk with that,
a coffee, tea with full fat milk in that as well, sugars.
You got a ton of calories.
You've got like a 1500 calorie breakfast.
Sugars and fats.
Yeah.
Next one on my list.
Quick debate with that.
Yeah, sorry, go for it.
Changing with it, are Weetabix allowed?
I'd personally put it all under one category, personally. Again,
I throw Weetabix in with sort of the granola, because there's not sugar in it. Yes, they're still a cereal type, but I love them pre or post workout every now and then.
Again, I would use it as a pre or post workout. Again, my pet peeve with all these foods is people using these as an actual main meal. Like me and you probably have 5 meals per day. But actual substantial meals, it's probably more like 3 like the average person. And then 2 what I call like
pre-post workout
meals or pre or post workout, which I will probably have some cereal. Or I might have the next one a croissant or something like that, where I'm not really caring so much around like, oh, have I got my proteins, my carbs and everything else. It's just I want something high in carbs, high in sugar.
It's a filler.
Kind of filler. I'd still try and go the healthy alternative. It's not always going to be just cereal or croissants. But I would say with Weetabix, it's going to be a healthy alternative, of course, compared to like Frosties or Cocoa Pops. You name any of the really sugary ones that taste amazing, don't get me wrong.
No, you're true. So I just think, get cereal. If you're not a 4-year-old kid, if you're drinking your alcohol, you want your almond croissant or your chocolate bar as your treat, grow up, get rid of your cereal and move on with it, basically.
Or just have it as a snack. That's if I want
it shouldn't be the first thing when you wake up.
I view cereal the same as a chocolate bar. It's the same kind of.
I just think there's bold colours and big fonts and toys inside the bottom of the box. It's for kids. Get over it. You don't need the little penny toy.
Croissants. I'll put these 3 under the same category actually. Croissants, waffles and pancakes.
Same one. Like pastries.
Pastries / American breakfast foods.
American, it does taste good though.
I know they're not from America. I mean, most of these are probably French, but
you've really hit it there.
But I will say America kind of popularised these as breakfast foods.
Waffles, buttermilk chicken, bacon, maple syrup is delightful.
But again, I will say, now you've made a complete meal.
That's a meal. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
because, and this is where I kind of get to, is when I go to Waffle House or I go to like a place that does waffles on its own, I'm not choosing it. Even as in between meal, the waffle with chocolate and whipped cream and whatever have you, I'm choosing a waffle with some chicken or with some bacon and eggs. And
I think this is the difference, and whether you're vegetarian, vegan, whatever, there's always an option there. Whether you don't like chicken, have eggs, I don't know, whatever. But the one thing especially is, mostly, you said it before, every time you eat or you have a meal, not these filler things we're talking about, you've got to be looking at protein. I'd rather have a waffle with a bit of chicken and bacon. Yes, slightly higher calories, but you burn 20% digestion through protein anyway. So I'd rather have that as a meal than just have the 200 calorie lighter waffle with some chocolate sauce on it.
100%. And I always say to clients exactly the same thing, is if you're going to have waffles, I'd rather you just literally put, or pancakes or whatever else, I'd rather you put things on it. I'd rather that.
Make a meal out of it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to have a meal, you're going to have this waffle, have a meal, have another waffle. You might as well have 3 waffles with some chicken to start with and you'll be full up for 4 hours.
Yeah. And also just like, it's a way of not having as many waffles or pancakes.
Yeah.
When I have waffles or pancakes, the sweet variation with maple syrup, whatever else, I can eat a ton.
Yeah.
Whereas you give me one big waffle, just one, or one big pancake, but now you've got a chicken breast, now you've got some eggs, now you've got whatever else you want to put on it, that's filled me up. I don't want the other waffle. You give me all the sweet stuff where I can just keep eating.
Going in, right? It's easy digestive.
Deadpool, I had a ton of popcorn.
And
you know, it's easily done because I haven't got that substantial thing next to it, which actually fills me up, aka the protein.
Yeah.
Or the vegetables or whatever else you want to put on that. So yeah, I'd put those 3 in the categories. And again, it's not to say that we don't have these things on their own, but that's when I'm having it as an in-between snack, not a meal.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm not having 3 or 4 waffles as a snack. I'm having 1 waffle.
And also, I think what we do quite a lot of, especially with the way we train as well, it's very intense, right? We're fitness professionals, don't beat around the bush, but if you're going to have something like that, pre or post workout, your body will use it straight away.
Yeah.
I get if you're not an athletic status, your body won't use the fat and glycogen together and you're going to hold it in different ways. People will make the argument, whatever. But I'd rather you do a fat session with me in the gym 1-to-1 or a session plan I put up for you. I know you've worked hard, then go have your croissant. Like, it's fine, but don't have it on your rest day and then have another one on your day off in the morning. But then you're going to have your pre-workout meal that will take away the fuel from the croissant and then it's all blown out and you've got 4 croissants sitting on you. Have it pre or post your workout. Yeah, no it does, but have it pre or post your workout, your body will use the energy. Yes, it's not a fantastic food for you, but cheat code it.
Yeah, and last thing I'd say on those 3, because they're probably, out of all these foods, my 3 favourite foods.
They actually are.
I would say also save them for occasions.
Yeah.
Like one of my favourite things to do on a weekend is go for a walk, get a coffee and a croissant.
What's your occasion?
My wife and child.
Midnight on a Tuesday then. When we go for one.
That's post leg day session.
Right, yeah.
That's post my croissant days and my post leg workout, and then my Sundays.
Nice.
So
you've got a routine with it.
And yeah, I'd say save them for occasions. If it's when it's my birthday, I'll always get a fat waffle with buttermilk chicken, like you said, whatever else. I use that as like a.
I just had a waffle last night.
You know.
There you go. I'd never have dessert. You'd be well proud of me. Yeah, after my workout, I was like, I'm eating. No, yeah.
Next one from me. You can put this in any category, but banana.
This, right? I'm speechless already. Just looking at waffle and imagining it's banana. Genuinely, I hate them. In terms, no. No, right, hear me out. And I'll tell you why.
Someone with so much passion. How much they don't like
I hate a banana. No, I eat them almost every single day.
Right.
I don't hate them for me. I hate it when my clients eat a banana.
Yeah.
I've got a tally, this is really bad, of how many clients or people in my classes have thrown up that I know of. Like, I've got a number, I set up my notes, right? I reckon 97% of them are because they've had a banana before. I could count solely every time someone's been sick or felt rubbish in a session it's because they've had a banana. What have you been saying? Nothing. Are you sure? Oh, I had a banana just in the car as I parked up. Why? What are you doing? Oh, it's like quick by workout. Yeah, 2 hours before or an hour before. It's my pet hate.
Yeah, and bananas. The reason I put banana in it is like you said, the amount of clients, and to be fair, the clients I've had be sick, same thing.
It's always
they
a
haven't
banana.
eaten all day, then they've had a banana.
Yeah, high potassium, high sugar because it's obviously a very good fruit. It's got very good carbs in. If you're having it that close to when you're bringing your heart rate up, it's just going to come straight back up.
And again, like all these other foods here, like you just said, it's carbs and sugar, which is great. It's great carb and sugar. But if you haven't eaten anything all day, or you're just having this as one meal, you're having 100 and something calories of just sugar and carbs.
I'd rather you do the session fasted and tell me.
Yeah, 100%. And the next one to this, and just put banana with. I have various different ones where people be like, oh, I've had one apple, or I've had one pear.
A flapjack is quite popular.
Yeah, I've had one flapjack. It's again, this think of it as a meal. Again, fats, proteins, carbs. Yeah. Protein shake is my next one. Now, I'm not on about a shake when they put everything together, peanut butter, whatever else.
Protein powder, some water,
and that's it.
And a nectar,
Right, and again, good for like a in between. I want to get some extra protein. So often, especially with my morning clients, they're the main culprits. Yeah. Where I'll say to them, "Oh, what did you have for breakfast today?" "Oh, I had a protein shake with water." So you've had 100 calories of protein.
Congratulations.
the one fuel source which is not energetic.
It's the one your body doesn't use.
Yeah, it's the one that doesn't give you energy.
I'm actually pretty sure I saw a study, right? I'm going to study one for once. Alcohol now is basically its own macronutrient, and it's higher energy based than protein is. Mm-hmm. Do not go out getting lashed up using that as energy.
More calories.
But it's the same quantity of grams per unit as carbohydrates. So that's how low down protein is. So don't have protein solely before a workout. Yeah.
Or think of it as like, oh, I'm getting some energy from this.
No. Like, don't get me wrong, when I was like 16, getting into it, jacked up, skinny kid, listening to, I don't know, Arnie's motivational speech on YouTube when I'm walking in the gym, I used to grab a protein shake on my way and I'd go in. It might be 3, 4 o'clock, whatever it was, so I've eaten in the day. And there are researchers out there that show, protein before your session is good, promotes recovery, your muscles are fired up, they're getting the nutrients they need, blood rushes to them, all that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But like you said, first thing in the morning, if you're going to have anything, have something carb and sugary about an hour before. If it's in the morning, I'd rather you did it fasted, because you will use what you've had the night before, the day before, whatever it is. Yeah,
and this moves on again, the next thing. Sorry,
it's a scary list, man.
Coffee/tea. What have you eaten today? I had a tea.
Do you know what though? These are liars. Everyone watching this, all my clients are going to hate me. You're liars. Oh, what'd you have today? A cup of tea. Is that it? I had 2 Jaffa cakes as well. It's never just a tea. It isn't.
No, it's not. But I will still say, there's so many people that say,
hot meals,
I just had a coffee, or maybe a coffee and a biscuit.
Yeah,
it's
but
the same
either way,
thing,
they're like, I had a coffee for breakfast. What? The 40 calories a coffee holds. You put some milk in it, whatever. You're not making a frappuccino with 400 calories, are you? So you've had 60 calories of caffeine.
Even then, if you are having a 400 calorie frappuccino, or even a 200 calorie cappuccino, it's still sugar, carbs. And some coffee. If you're having milk, the slightest bit of protein. If you're having oat milk like us, more sugar. More sugar.
It's just sugar.
Again, not a meal. Last one. Sorry, guys. Salad. Just salad. So nothing with it.
Can I walk out? Can I go?
Just a lettuce.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe a little bit of olive oil if they're being naughty.
I hate salads. Again, not as passionate about the banana, but
I literally had salad twice today.
Yeah,
with chicken, with turkey.
I do like
with
salad,
whatever else.
Not just on its own. What did you have with it?
I'm sorry, I feel asking you about salad.
Go on. What did you have?
Just basic olive oil, balsamic vinegar, different types of lettuce, tomatoes, and then that was with turkey and some potato.
Thanks.
Sorry guys, just so you know. But yeah, so often I say to someone, yeah, you go first, sorry.
It is when someone says, I had a salad for lunch, I'm like, oh my god, well done, that's so good, we're trying to lose some weight, I like it. We've had carbs for breakfast, salad, maybe carbs after the workout, cool. What was with the salad? Leaves tomato and a dressing. So when I told you every meal should have 20 to 30 grams in protein, yes, you know, it's just one. It was like, what, 5 times a week you're missing 150 grams of protein. Fantastic.
Yeah, and if they're extra cheeky, they might have some cucumber with that salad.
Yeah,
as well.
or like some cheese if you're lucky. That's always a go-to.
Yeah, and again, like, we'll go on to actually what I would do instead of these things, or with these things now, is have a salad, chuck in some chicken and cheese. That's an easy one to do.
Or some salmon, or some tofu, literally anything.
Yeah, and if you actually look at most of these things, alright, take away the cereal, the croissant and the waffles and the pancakes, probably deemed not the healthiest of things. Look at a lot of these things, they are deemed healthy things, right? The issue is, again, is they're not a main meal, they're not a lot of these are side dishes.
They're accessories, yeah.
I always say to people, well, a lot of my clients are always in and out the door, and want a protein shake, a banana. I say to them, why don't you have the protein shake with a banana?
Yeah.
And they're
100%.
like, oh, I didn't think of that. It's like, cool. So now you've had your carbs, now you've had your protein, and I always say to them, if you want some fats, add some nuts. Done. Now
do you know what is good in a smoothie? Trick for you, avocado.
Yeah, well, avocado.
Because you can't taste it in smoothies.
I've never thought of that.
There you go.
There we go. But yeah, avocado, nuts, nut butters.
Eggs.
Yes.
If you blend it with protein or like juices and stuff, I promise you take the mick out of me all the time, you can't taste the eggs. Put stuff with it, it's fine.
And all of a sudden, now you've got a complete meal. And it's a really, really quick meal.
You've got a carb, fat, protein. If you're lucky, one of your 5 a day should be in there as well.
Yeah. Done.
And you just put 3 of them together.
And now you've actually got some substantial calories.
Yeah.
As well. Now you've had a 400 calorie shake, then a 100 calorie with water protein
100%.
shake.
So I think, the thing you take away from this, which I try to preach to people as well, is when you look at your meals, you should be having, let's say, 3 whole meals. If you're not going to have your fillers in between, cool, but 3 whole meals. I always look at the plate and teach people, what's my protein source? To that, I'm always going to match my carbs first. Whether it's a handful, 2 handfuls, whatever the goal is. And it's kind of cool. I've got salmon, what can I match with that? Okay, there's some rice. Okay, cool. What of the rest of it can I put as one of my 5 a day? 1, 2, 3, done. Because obviously the fat's in the salmon, but if you want to add fats in, we've said this in previous podcasts, that's normally the last one on the list.
Yeah, same.
Carbs and proteins are top, so I'd always go, what's my protein source? How can I match a carb? So that's my meal, and just whack in one of my 5 a day last minute. Whatever it is, you've got your meal there.
Yeah. And luckily, with most protein sources, they normally have quite a lot of fat anyway. Like you said,
exactly,
salmon,
right.
most meat.
Unless it's
fat.
turkey or chicken, they're probably the leanest ones, right? So
that's why I have chicken thighs. It takes away the need of adding fats.
Yeah.
Chicken thighs, pretty high in fat, very high in protein. And have that with vegetables
100%.
and normally potatoes.
Just look at your plate, there should be 3 elements on it. One of your 5 day protein, carbs. You literally are 90% of the way there.
Done. And literally you can view it with all these things. Toast. Why not have toast with avocado and then have some protein? You could even get sliced meat and put that with it.
100% sliced meat,
They've
eggs.
got an avocado, sliced chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
They've got a complete meal.
What's wrong with that? Yeah.
You know,
stop being a 4-year-old and eating cereal for breakfast.
Yeah, cereal's the one. I know a lot of people put like protein shake with their cereal.
Yeah, but unless you're on loads.
I'm still not a fan.
stuff.
Out of all these things, cereal is the one that is basically just pure sugar.
Yeah.
Even at least croissants, waffles, and pancakes, as not that healthy as they are for you, they have actually got some protein in them.
Got like 8 to 12 grams of protein in it.
Croissants actually have got a decent amount, yeah. But even still, they still have a little bit. Cereal pretty much has nothing. And the ones that have like the added protein,
I was literally about to say that.
is like so insubstantial, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, don't fall for that marketing. If it says high protein on it, a normal bagel has like what, 9 to 12 grams of protein in it. A high protein bagel has 6. Just look at the packaging if you don't believe me.
And like you were saying with the portion sizes for cereal, it says high protein. Okay, cool, if you're having like 500 calories worth.
Yeah.
If you actually look at the portion size, normally like 4 grams of protein.
Do you know what also happens a lot? We're going off topic here, love it, is the high protein, but the sugar is on par, if not more sugar, than the protein intake, but they will never label it as high sugar.
This is actually, final point along with that. I do not count, and you can put this, a protein source as a protein source, unless the highest macronutrient in that thing is protein.
Yeah, exactly the same.
AKA meat is the obvious one, but think of anything, these high protein cereal bars, and don't get me wrong, I do eat these, but it'll be like 25 grams of sugar, 30 grams of fat,
Yeah.
and like 10 grams of protein.
It is crazy. It is ridiculous. I don't get how they get away with it. But yeah, I don't know where it was. I saw something in a shop and it said high protein milkshake or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Sweet treat after training, let's try it. The protein was 24 grams, the sugar was 32. And I was like, how? I was in disbelief. I was like, that's disgusting.
Again, a very obvious one with this guy's nuts. I don't view them as a protein source. They have protein.
No, they're a
in
fat
them,
source. Yeah,
but they're a
yeah.
fat source because the highest macronutrient in them is fat.
Start looking at labels, please.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's anything just to go by, just as Shane said, the way I like to do it is like handfuls and fistfuls and stuff like that. Fistful of protein, handful or two of carbs, depending on how many calories you're on. And I like 2 massive handfuls of veg.
Yeah,
like
I'll just fill up the rest of the portion with veg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can weigh it, 80 grams is a portion of veg, but I like just to think of it as massive handfuls and just chuck it in.
Yeah, you'd never normally have less than 80 grams, it's quite hard. You'd visibly see if it was a little more.
And again, I try and get 2 or 3 portions in per thing.
Yeah.
And a salad, again, is great as a side dish. You put in some cucumber, tomato, onion, olives, the lettuce itself, you chuck in some avocado, all of a sudden that's like 6, as long as the portions are right, 6 of your 5 a day in one.
You can make one big
salad.
thing, you've got probably meals for 3-4 days there. Keep it fresh,
so
don't add the chicken.
It's to not knock any of these foods, just think of them as a side or a snack,
100%.
not its own thing.
Like I said, we eat some of these stuff as well. We cheat code it, we're clever with it. Hopefully we're teaching you how to do that as well along the journey. Obviously we've been doing this quite a long time now, but get your meals in, add the fillers around your workouts, treat days, treat occasions, not every single morning.
Done.
Out. Thank you, Luca.
Cheers.